OCW fans, we're here in beautiful sunny San Juan, gearing up for one of the biggest Summercide events of all time.
With Savage Saturday already exceeding expectations, the men and women of OCW have a high bar to cross next week.
Sitting down with me now, a man who will challenge for the CCW World Championship.
I'm joined by the first ever woman to hold the CCW World Championship,
EMP Quartz.
Kumiko Imp Sensation. Thanks for taking the time, Imp. Next week at Summercide, as you know, you defend your championship officially for the first time since winning it at Certified Greatness. As a former women's world champion, that first defense, you know, can be stressful. How are you approaching this special guest referee match?
Well, Jim, if you ask me, I've been defending this championship week in and week out against an overinflated crybaby bitch and his army of brainless followers. And yes, hopefully doing it in a fair fight with Nate Ortiz as our referee to ensure that everyone stands by the monitors backstage and watches me beat their hero one-on-one. Surely nobody would be stupid enough to risk their career and their physical health by taking a single step towards that ring.
Quartz, you've captured the CCW World title 3 times in the past, but this one feels much heavier. With Nate Ortiz being named the special referee and everything that's happened the last few weeks, where's your head at?
In life, bullies are always going to try and stack the deck against you. This isn't the first time and it won't be the last. However, the bullies usually don't have such foundational power. I mean, at Red Sun Rising 3 years ago, I defended that very championship and shook Nate Ortiz's hand after. I respected Nate Ortiz. He's one of my greatest rivals, and this company would not exist without his contributions. But whoever this puffed up sellout is, I don't recognize him. But I also don't care. Taking back control from the bullies, from EMP, from Sensation and all of his hand-picked family members, and putting it back in the hands of the people, of the men and women on this roster. That is too important for me to worry about whatever interjection he may have planned next week.
Some would say your methods to get to this point have been crude or heinous. How do you respond to something like that?
It's really typical, Jim. These misogynist hypocrites. I have spent the last 8 years of my life busting my ass to become undeniable. I have put in more work than all of these men complaining about me combined. Because guys like Drago, Mugen, Dupree, they were all perfectly happy with me never moving up. Everyone just saw me as another woman on the roster to stay in my place, never getting to show my full potential. All those same people who clapped like seals when I was dominating as women's champion, they were fine because I was in their box of who I was allowed to be. I didn't see any one of them step up when I was trying to be more. Fighting for women to main event resolution. Oh no, Jim. That was just a bridge too far for their fragile, insecure masculinity. But of course, the moment a woman takes that moment, by any means necessary, all of the sudden they all have something to say because I didn't do it by their arbitrary judgment of right and wrong. I never wanted to be hated. I never wanted to be their villain. I wanted to show the world what I was capable of and was never given the chance. They showed me they would never accept me in that light. So I stopped caring about their acceptance. So there you go. Now you all have your villain, and I have the CCW World Championship.
Well, things certainly have changed since you've returned to face Ryu Matsumoto at Ambition 100 and then, of course, attacking B17.
That's my failure, Stacy. Those things happened because I saw the direction things were going in this company and in our business. I knew this was a possibility if I didn't try and stop it before it got that far. Even by the end, B17 and I worked together against the greater evil, and we still failed. Now, this is unprecedented. I've said on many occasions I don't believe Empress needs any of this to be great. I met her back in 2019, and I knew from the beginning that she was different. We saw over the years how she's used her determination to fight for OCW, and in many times, unfortunately right now as well, to fight against it. The thing that makes her dangerous is that she truly believes this is the only way. That's the biggest tragedy in this whole thing for me. This horribly destructive and unstable force isn't lying to herself. She thinks in her heart that she is in the right. But tragedy or not, I'm not going to stand by and let her tear down 20+ years of history OCW has fought for. Sensation and Nate might be under her brainwashing spell, but I'm not. I saw through it when I defended this company from Cashgianity, and I see it now.
At Summercide next Saturday,
I have an obligation to OCW.
I continue proving that I am the single greatest force this business has ever seen, male or female. And you can all keep crying about it.
I will regain the CCW championship for all of us and bring back the respect it and our whole company deserves.
And at the end of the day, Jim,
When the dust settles,
history will see that everything I've done was necessary.